everybody, and welcome back to my channel for another installment of Film Friday. Today's an exciting one because we are going to be talking about Disney Channel original movies. Yay! Now, I just recently ended my Disney college program, so I thought it would be fun to do a Disney related video since I just got back from working and living there, which was dope. And as a Gen Z girly, I thought no better way to kick that off than to talk about Disney Channel original movies. Duh. Behind me I have my Teen Beach Movie vinyl in the background for the occasion. Now just a little disclaimer, I'm obviously not ranking every single one because that would take me forever to watch every single Disney Channel original movie. So we're just ranking today the ones I have seen thus far. Now, I will admit, there are a couple very, very popular ones that I have not seen yet. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. I just didn't grow up with them. And one of them, I just need to put this out there because I know people are going to be like, well, where is it on the ranking? I have not seen any of the Cheetah Girls films. I know. Please do not come for me. I'm sorry. But hey, it's on my watch list. Eventually I will. And who knows, maybe I will do an updated ranking at some point. Spoiler alert, I actually already did change my ranking from this video ever so slightly because as I'm editing this video, low-key kind of disagree with some of my opinions. So I edited my Letterboxd list. It will be linked below if you'd like to see. Otherwise, back to past Anya. And on top of that, there's a couple that in my mind are Disney Channel original movies that aren't they're like just Disney movies. Like Sky High, Ice Princess, Hannah Montana the movie. Still don't know why Hannah Montana the movie is not a Disney Channel original movie. And High School Musical 3 technically isn't a Disney Channel original movie, which is interesting. I think it's because it like had a theatrical release, if I'm not mistaken, so I think that's why it's not considered a Disney Channel original, but I'm including it in this list, obviously. So I say we just get right into it. Now, coming in dead last in 38th place is Frenemies. I don't think I really need to explain myself here because I think we should all understand that this is just a horrible movie. So if you aren't aware, Frenemies is kind of like Disney's attempt at doing the like trope that's in Love Actually and He's Just Not That Into You, where like there's a bunch of different character stories, but then like some of them intertwine at the end. Like they tried to do that situation, but the whole theme was like best friends that are also enemies, hence frenemies. And it's just awful in every single way. I genuinely don't have a positive thing to say about this film. Now moving on, we have 37th place, which is Zapped. Unlike Frenemies, I actually liked it the first time I watched it. Especially because my sister like loved the book that it was based off of. And so I was like, oh, I have to watch it. And I watched it and I enjoyed it because I mean, Zendaya and the guy from Lab Rats, hello? But then you rewatch it as an adult and you're like, oh. Ooh, okay, so that actually isn't cool. Like when she's like, kiss me! And like, then like because the app is controlling all the guys like he does, I'm like, oh, so that's actually not cool, actually. And I don't know, it's not great. So now in 36th place, we have Girl vs. Monster. I actually recently rewatched this one because the first time I watched it, I didn't finish it because it was a little too cheesy for my taste. And I didn't grow up with this one. So I know if I probably grew up with this one, I would have nostalgia attached to it and would have it a little higher. But I don't have nostalgia attached to it. So the main thing that I do enjoy about this movie is actually the music. Like Had Me at Hello, we love. But overall, it was just a little too cheesy for my taste for having not grown up with it. Now, in 35th place, I should have had this lower, but it is Descendants Rise of Red. So I hate this movie. If you go onto my Letterboxd review of this, I literally wrote a novel because I hate this movie so much. But I think the reason I placed it higher is just because, I don't know, it's Descendants, and so I do have a little bit of nostalgia tied there, and so I feel like that's probably the reason why. And also I played the Queen of Hearts in middle school, and so naturally I was just waiting for Descendants to have a daughter of Queen of Hearts character come into play. So I don't know, but it's awful. From a writing perspective, the third act pretty non-existent. The thing I don't get, the thing that just irks me to my core, is the fact that once the VK kids get put in detention after they steal the recipe book, they just like don't escape and find a way to rebel. I don't believe that for 1 second, because they are V kids. They are the OG villains, okay? They would find a way to get out of that, okay? And then I personally think they would find a way out, and then it would come to the dance. And that's the other thing. They talk about this dance the entire time that they're in the past, and then we never see the dance. The two main characters never, like Red and Ella, never get to see the dance. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, I would have, and I get it, it's a Disney movie, so they, like a Disney Channel movie, so they can't have it super long, so they probably had to make some cuts in the edit room or in the writer's room, I don't know. But like, it feels like that happened. It feels like there was a cut in the writer's room because of the fact that we get to almost the third act, and then they just get the recipe book and they go back home. What? No, there's zero stakes and zero conflict there. Like, I would have wanted them to go to the dance and then be like, oh, everything's perfectly fine. And then the V kids show up and they find a different way to humiliate Bridget. And then they would be like, oh no. And then they have to find another way to like fix it. Not a great movie at all. Then in 34th place, we have Cowbells. This one I actually really liked as a kid, and I still think it's a really fun movie. I just think the reason it's lower is because I don't think it's as memorable and as enjoyable as the other ones higher on this list. Like, it's fun. We love Allie and AJ. We love them, but I don't know. It's just not my favorite. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with the film, and I enjoy it. It's just, other ones are better. This next one is gonna be very controversial by how low it is, and I'm sorry. My credentials is I was not allowed to watch things with witches in them growing up, and so I didn't grow up watching this, and so in 33rd place, we have Halloween Town. Once again, please, please, please give me some grace. I didn't grow up with it. And once again, I don't have nostalgia tied to it. I still think it's a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I do like rewatching it every single Halloween. However, I just have more nostalgia and also just have more of an attachment to other films, hence why it is lower. So in 32nd place, we have Zombies. Now, I watched this when it came out and kind of went away with it being like, and so recently I just watched all of them because I was sick and I just was like, I'm gonna watch all of them one day. And I will say, when I watched it a second time, I realized what they were doing. I clocked Disney on what they were doing, because Descendants, they copied Ever After High. That's a known fact. And when watching Zombies, I realized, oh, so they're trying to reheat Monster High's nachos now. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Because then you watch the other films and they just continually keep introducing new characters who come to the school, and then it's like they all are integrated, and I'm like, that's literally Monster High, bro. Like, Disney, you ain't slick. And I don't know, I just didn't connect with it as much. And the only song that I like is Someday. Every single other song I could not repeat to you now because they're so unforgettable. I think they progressively get a little bit better, which I know is a controversial take. Which, speaking of them progressively getting better, in 31st place we have Zombies 2. Zombies 2 I felt like was slightly better. The music in Zombies 2 is awesome, but sometimes the werewolf thing was not really a vibe. I'm sorry, I personally can't get behind baby Ariel's character. Like, she just annoys me so much, and I feel bad about that, but I can't do it, man. I can't do it. And like, I get that Addison is like trying to figure out who she is, and she thinks that she's a part of the werewolf pack or whatever. But I saw a Letterboxd review where it's like, Addison's trying to be a minority so bad, and like, that's kind of what this film gives the vibes. And like, the wig, when she's turns into a werewolf, the wig is atrocious. It is awful. I hate it, and it distracts me. Literally, when she's wearing the wig for the rest of the movie, it distracts me the entire time because I'm like, that looks just so bad. But I will say, I enjoyed it more than I did the first film. Then in 30th place, we have Zombies 3. Now, Zombies 3, once again, I felt like was slightly better than the second one. The music in this one, in my opinion, is also a little forgettable. There are some songs in there, but I do like that we finally find out where Addison got her white hair and all that stuff. Like, that was cool, but still not my favorite. Now in 29th place, this is also maybe controversial, is Descendants 3. I have a lot of critiques for Descendants 3. I have a lot of critiques, okay? Because I love the first one, I really enjoy the second one, and then the third one came out, and my issue is that, and I think this was because they didn't want to like spoil it or whatever, but all the promo leading up to the film was all the tarot cards for Cecilia, like Dr. Facilier's daughter. And so I was like, oh, she's gonna be like one of the main characters. This is gonna be a big thing. Like, this is gonna be a big part of the film. And it wasn't. And Cecilia, the most she does is throw Hades' stone into water. Like, I don't know, it just kind of felt like a letdown. And then they also tease the whole like of like Hades being her dad, and then they reveal it like super early on, and then they have this very weird, in my opinion, very uncomfortable dance number. Because for one, I just don't like that song, and two, it just like, they are father and daughter, and they are choreographed like that. It feels like, not romantic, but it has that kind of chemistry that a daughter and a father should not have. And I don't know, I just hate that number. And then on top of that, I feel that the music had a shift, where in the first two films, it was all very cohesive. And then in this film, they threw in My Once Upon a Time, which is this very Broadway-esque ballad, and then you have The Queen of Mean, which is like full-on like Descendants 2-esque rap, and it's just, I don't feel like all the songs feel like they're on the same, or they should be on the same album. And like One Kiss also just kind of feels like a Sophia Carson song. It doesn't feel like a Descendants song, if that makes sense. And don't even get me started about Breaking the Barrier Down. Literally taking the main conflict from the two other ones and seeing no consequences of breaking the barrier down. They're all just like, bringing it, but bringing it down. And they're all happy. And we see no consequence. We see none of the villains be like, finally, my chance to wreak evil. Like, we see none of that. We see no consequences. And I get that this was meant to be the last Descendants film, and so they didn't want to leave it on a cliffhanger. But still, I don't believe that there would be zero consequences for that. So that's why it's that low. In 28th place, we have How to Build a Better Boy. Now, should How to Build a Better Boy be lower than it is? Absolutely. But I love the soundtrack. Stand Out by Sabrina Carpenter on repeat. As a kid, I loved it. It was so fun. And I love China Anne McClain, so like, I'll watch anything that she's in. It's not as good as the other ones on this list, and it's also kind of cheesy because the whole guy that they create is like so cheesy and like so bad, but whatever. I think it's a fun little film. Then in 27th place, we have Bad Hair Day. I actually really love this movie. I don't care what anybody says. I love Bad Hair Day. Most people are like, I hate this movie, it's awful. But I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, I like the lesson that it teaches. You should make your own decisions and have your own opinions. You shouldn't worry about others. And maybe that's just what I needed to hear as a youngin', because I cared way too much what people thought of me in high school. But like, still, I think it's a fun little film. In 26th place, we have Cadet Kelly. Now, I grew up watching this one. I love Cadet Kelly. I have no critiques on this one, actually. I think it holds up pretty well, and it's just a good film. Now in 25th place, we have Zombies 4. I know this is controversial, okay? I know everybody hates Zombies 4. I know, okay? And it's mostly because a lot of people had the same reaction to Rise of Red, where it's the new generation. I get it, okay? But I unironically love this film. I literally, when I was watching all of the zombies, I was expecting to hate this because of the fact that it was probably going to be the Rise of Red treatment, but I ended up loving it. I just felt like out of all of the 4 zombies films, I felt like this was the one that kept me the most interested and just I connected to the most. Like, I love the two leads in this for the new generation. I really enjoyed their little romance thing. It was so cute. Oh my gosh, the soundtrack. I am obsessed with the Zombies 4 soundtrack. It is so good. In my opinion, it's on the level of previous Descendants films. I love all the songs on it. It's really great. I love it. In 24th place, we have Kim Possible movie. The main memory I have of Kim Possible is this movie. That and the Christmas special. This movie is so great, but also watching as adult, you're like, ooh, because when you find out like the plot twist of like the guy that she's been dating this whole time is like evil and like the whole thing, it just like that. But that's what I love about it. I love that it's a good plot twist, that it's a little bit more mature of a plot twist. And I love that about this film. And it's just a fun time. In 23rd place, we have Avalon High. This is one I also didn't grow up on and I watched later in life. It pleasantly surprised me. I love a good like, oh, the sons and daughters of all of these characters go to a school. I'm gonna eat that up every time, without a doubt. That's why I love Sky High, that's why I love Air After High, that's why I love Monster High. Like, literally, I'm gonna eat it up every single time. And so Avalon High, of course, I thoroughly enjoyed. Now, moving on to 22nd place, we have Descendants 2. Descendants 2 is a great film. You don't have to argue with me about that. But in comparison to the first one, I think it's just a step down. Ever so slightly. I don't know. I feel like the books, so like Isle of the Lost and Return to the Isle of the Lost, those I felt like have a better, in my opinion, representation of the Isle of the Lost than this film does. And I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like the books just have a better representation of the characters who live in the Isle of the Lost. I don't know. It didn't have the magic that the first film had. In fact, cinematically, it's very different because the first one, they have a lot of those like dreamy filters and like it just looks completely different. All of it is a lot more gritty than the first one, which is fine because it is focusing more on the Eye of the Lost, but I just like the first film just a little bit more. Hence why it's a little lower. Now in 21st place, we have Teen Beach 2. I love the first Teen Beach movie so incredibly much. I have watched it too many times to count. So when this came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because it's one of my favorites. Spoiler alert. And was incredibly disappointed. I did enjoy this film to a degree. Like, I love seeing Tanner and Layla in the real world. And also, the music in this is great. I love the soundtrack for this film. But beyond the soundtrack, I purposely try to forget that this film exists because what do you mean Layla has such a great character arc that she makes it so the original movie doesn't exist anymore, and then on top of that, Mac and Brady forget each other. Horrible, terrible writing, hate it. I don't buy it. Now, this is going to be controversial, and I'm so sorry. And you know what? I'm gonna just admit, I just need to rewatch it because I didn't grow up watching this one. I only watched the first and the second one in my childhood, and it wasn't until later on in my life I watched the third one. And everyone says the third one is the best. Okay, I know. So maybe I just need to rewatch it again and form a different opinion. But currently my opinion stands that High School Musical 3 is in 20th place. I know, please don't click off yet, please. I know this is a great film. Once again, I have no critiques for it. Amazing banger soundtrack. The cinematography is like up there because they really went full out for this specific film. And we have more character arcs and it's just overall an amazing film. However, I like, and I know it's because of nostalgia, and I will admit that, but the other ones on this list, because I just have more nostalgia for them, I love watching them more, enjoy watching them more, a little bit more than High School Musical 3. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't hate me. Now in 19th place, we have another film that technically isn't a Disney Channel original movie, but I'm including it in here because in my heart it is a Disney Channel original movie. And we have Ice Princess. Love this movie so much. It made me go through a phase where I wanted to learn how to ice skate, which is ridiculous because when we did the rollerblading unit in my PE class, I was falling every 2 seconds and walked away with many bruises. It's kind of ridiculous that I thought that I could be fine with ice skating, but whatever. But this movie is just so, so, so good. And of course, it's the classic stereotype of, no mom, that's your dream, I want to do this, you know. But I think they did it beautifully. Whereas some films, but overall, we love Ice Princess. Now in 18th place, we have Camp Rock. This is a film that I think has a very, very, very low rewatchability. I grew up with this film. I thoroughly enjoyed it as a kid. I would watch it all the time. However, rewatching it as an adult is a very painful experience because I want to sucker punch Mitchie every 5 seconds because she's just so insufferable. And I get it. We've all been there of being like, I want to fit in. Okay, I get it. But lying the entire movie just, oh, it irks me so much. And it's a hard rewatch for me. Already in 17th place, we have Radio Rebel. There are going to be many, many, many people who hate the placement of this film. And I'm sorry, I am blinded by nostalgia. Sue me, but I still love this film. Even with how cringy and bad it is, I love it dearly. And I mean, is iconic. I mean, of course. As somebody who was kind of shy and closed off in high school and knew that like I actually did have a personality but like was just too insecure to like expose that, I don't know. I feel like that's probably one of the reasons why I love it so much is because, or I related to it when I was a kid, but it's just, it's so fun. In 16th place, we have Minutemen. I recently rewatched this one again and understand why I loved it so much as a kid because it's so good. It's so dope. Like, Jason Dolee is one of the most talented Disney stars and I will stand on that, okay? Because every single thing that he is in, he just knocks it out of the park. Good Luck Charlie, Minutemen, Read It and Weep. I could go on. Like, I just love everything that he's in because he's just such a good, natural actor. Like, I believe all of his characters. Like, because there's some Disney Channel actors that they lean into the cheese and, like, you can tell that they're acting. Whereas there are some Disney Channel actors where somehow they make the scripts not cheesy. Like, they just do it well and you believe their character. And that's him. And he's the star of this movie for sure. I mean he's the main character obviously, but like I love his character so much. It's such a realistic character, and on top of that, like, I love the romance. I love that he's doing it all for the girl. Like, I love it. Then in 15th place we have 16 Wishes. I absolutely loved this movie growing up. I would watch it all the time, and in fact me and my sister one time went into our rooms and I created my 16 wishes, even though I wasn't even close to being 16. I know it's mostly nostalgia, but also it's just, I love it. Then in 14th place we have Camp Rock 2. Once again, this one's cheesy, duh, that's Camp Rock, but I don't know, I just feel like this one was a little bit more mature and more grounded than the first one, which is why it's more of an enjoyable watch for me. For one, of course, the soundtrack, fire, but also I'm like so certain that Mattel copied Camp Rock 2 for Barbie Rockin' Royals because Barbie Rockin' Royals literally is Camp Rock 2 but with princesses and pop stars. Like, but it's so good. Okay, in 13th place we have Sky High. Once again, not technically a Disney Channel original movie, but in my heart it is. This is such a good film. The cinematography's great, the writing's great, even though a little cheesy. And once again, I am a sucker for any time someone makes a high school where it's the sons and daughters of something, of superheroes, famous fairy tales, monsters, whatever it is. I will eat it up every single time. I know this is not an unpopular opinion, but Layla and Warren should have ended up together. And I think I even saw something somewhere where, like, when they were thinking about doing like a sequel, they were thinking about making them endgame, which as they should. It's such a fun, campy film. Now in 12th place we have Descendants, and it pains me to put it this low, but I love the ones above it way too much. I just, it has to be here. But Descendants was my thing growing up. That year, I literally for Halloween dressed up as Coronation Evie. Like, I loved this movie so much. The casting is great. The cinematography is great. The set design and costumes are great. At the time, I was still collecting Ever After High dolls. So naturally, when this came out, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like Ever After High. I love it. But then it was the reason, I could do a whole video essay on this if you wanted. I will stand by that Descendants is the reason that Ever After High got discontinued. They're like, well, we're just gonna copy your idea, and because we're Disney, you can't sue us, and blah, blah, blah. They copied Ever After High, 100%. And because they copied Ever After High, I ate it up. But beyond the saltiness that's there, this is an amazing film. Then in 11th place, we have Geek Charming. Now, once again, should this be lower than Descendants? Yes, but nostalgia. I was obsessed with this film. It was such a cute little story of like learning that popularity isn't everything, learning that being a nerd, like basically the two worlds collide, and I just love that. Now we are getting into our top 10. Now at number 10 we have the iconic Starstruck. I love this movie so much, okay? Was I reading One Direction fanfics on Wattpad before this came out? Yes. So naturally when this comes out, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a Disney Channel fanfic. Of course I love this movie. I love the music in this film. It's so fun. Like, I love an Enemies to Lovers as well. Like, I will always eat up an Enemies to Lovers every time. Now at number 9, this one I wanted to put higher, but once again, it is where it is Cloud 9. Oh my gosh, wait, I didn't even realize it's in 9th place. See, actually, it's perfect. Cloud 9 should be in 9th place. There you go. But I love Cloud 9 so much. I mean, the song, one of my favorite Disney Channel songs, okay? But Dove Cameron and Luke Benward are just amazing screen partners. They have that chemistry. Their relationship and just feels so real, and like it's so good. Like, literally I could rave about this film. Then in 8th place we have Read It and Weep. This for a while was my number one. Like, when I was younger, it was my number one favorite Disney Channel movie. I love the whole like, oh, more shy, like introverted girl like does something out of her comfort zone and then she randomly becomes popular, blah, blah, blah. Like I love those plots, okay? I'm gonna eat them up. And once again, Jason just steals the show as like the main lead guy, and it's just a very relatable and real character, and I just love it. It's so fun. Then coming in at number 7, we have Invisible Sister. Now this is one that surprised me so much, and I think it actually surprised a lot of people. I've watched other Disney Channel rankings and this always is a little bit higher than you would think, but it's such a good film. And I also think one of the reasons why I love it so much is because I am a younger sister, and I do have an older sister who at times I felt like I was in her shadow, so like loved this film and kind of related to it in a way. And not to mention it takes place during Halloween in New Orleans. Like, what a setting. And also just like the Halloween vibes I love, because then it's also a film you can watch during Halloween, which I love. So overall, a really good movie. Highly recommend you watch it if you haven't. In 6th place we have Princess Protection Program. I loved this film growing up because obviously it's Demi and Selena, duh. It just kind of feels very grounded and a little less cheesy because of the fact that like the characters have real issues and they have real character arcs and real things that, I don't know, it's just very easy to connect with the main characters, and it's just a fun plot. Like, it's very unique of this idea of that they protect these princesses and put them in real world situations. Like, that's such a unique idea, and I love that idea. I wanted every single dress that was featured in the movie, like the 2 main dresses that they wear to the dances. I was like, I want those. Like, I just connected so much with this film as a kid, and it's also one of those ones that's a good rewatch. Like, it has good rewatchability, and it's just great. Now we are getting down to our top 5, and in 5th place, some people are gonna really hate me for putting it this low, and I'm sorry, is High School Musical, the first one. Now, I love this movie. There's nothing else I have to say. The music is great. The writing is great. All the characters are great. It's one of the most iconic Disney Channel original movies of all time, and it's just amazing. The cast, like, everything about it is amazing. But I do love some of the other ones on this list just a little bit more. Which brings us to our next one in fourth place, which is Hannah Montana the movie. This was my movie because I grew up in Oklahoma, so like I loved kind of that like country vibe that the film had, especially Lucas Till's character, like the whole Smiley Miley. My heart melted as a kid, okay, when I watched that film because I was in love with Lucas Till. And it's just such a fun film, especially if you grew up watching Hannah Montana. It's just great. I am dying to get the Hannah Montana the movie soundtrack on vinyl. It's on this like beautiful like purple marble pressing. I need it. It's on my Discogs want list. I need to get it at some point because I love this movie so much. Then coming in at third place, we have Lemonade Mouth. Lemonade Mouth, I think there's no argument there that it is one of the best Disney Channel original movies of all time because the soundtrack's amazing. It's essentially like a Breakfast Club vibe, you know, where they're all in detention and they meet and then become friends, and then but then you add the whole aspect of them creating a band, and it's amazing. It's just awesome. It's great writing, great music, an amazing cast. I mean, Bridget Mendler. We love Bridget Mendler. Bridget Mendler is our queen, okay? I will stand her to the end of time. And it's so good. But in second place, funny enough, we have High School Musical 2. This movie I watched on repeat in my childhood. I would watch it back to back, okay? I loved this movie. I loved the summer vibes. I loved everything about it. It's so good. The soundtrack's amazing. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, the third one's the best. Like, they progressively get better each movie. And yeah, that's kind of the point, is to improve every single movie. But I don't know. There's something about the second film that I latch onto the most, and I love it. It's like one of my number one films I try to watch every single summer because I love it. I love it so much. And I also need this on vinyl as well, which now brings us to my number one, which is Teen Beach Movie. Now this, I know, is a controversial opinion, okay? There's so many people that I talk to are like, Teen Beach Movie is like just so cheesy and like, it's okay. The soundtrack's good, but like, I love it, okay? I eat that up. In fact, I was there. I watched it on Disney Channel when it first came out. Like, I loved it. It's the perfect summer vibes. This is another film that I watch, like, I try to watch every single summer because it's perfect. It's a no duh for me to be at my number one spot because I just love it. I can quote parts of it because I watched it that many times, and I love it. Well, then that wraps up my Disney Channel original movie ranking. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my ranking. The whole thing will be on a Letterboxd list linked below if you would also like to see that as well. And I know that you may disagree with some of my opinions, and that's okay. But sound off in the comments what your favorite Disney Channel original movie is, because I would love to see that. If you would like to see more film and music related content, make sure to subscribe down below. And also will always be linked my Letterboxd, Spotify, Musicboard, all the things down in the description if you want to follow me on there. Otherwise, thank you for joining me today, but I'll see you on the next one because that's all, folks.